Lesson 2.8 is multiplication of whole numbers and decimals. Our objective is I can multiply whole numbers and decimals. So we're going to look at the traditional method of multiplication. This is the method that you'll be using this year as 5th graders anytime that you multiply. And we're going to start with the problem 409 times 36. Remember, when you multiply, you're going to start in the ones place of the number on the bottom of your multiplication problem. And we're going to do the ones place times each of the places in the top number, and then we'll move to the tens place times each of those places. So we'll start here with 6. 6 times 9 is 54. I'll put my 4, and I'll carry my 5. 6 times 0 is 0, plus 5 is 5. 6 times 4 is 24. I'll put my 4. I would carry my 2, but there's nothing to bring it down with, so we'll just put it here. Now, since I'm going from the tens place, I need to put my placeholder 0 in, because I'm really doing 30 times 9, not 3 times 9. And I've used this 5, so I'm going to cross that off so I don't get confused. So now 3 times 9 is 27. Put my 7, carry my 2 this time. 3 times 0 is 0, plus 2 is 2. 3 times 4 is 12, so again, I'll put my 2. If I were to carry my 1 out here, I would bring it straight down. And now I need to add these two numbers together to get my total. 4 plus 0 is 4. 5 plus 7 is 12, so I put my 2, carry my 1. 1 plus 4 is 5, plus 2 is 7. 2 plus 2 is 4, and then my 1. So my answer is 14,724. We're going to do a similar problem, but this time we have some decimals. When I multiply, I'm going to pretend like those decimals aren't there. And then I'll use them when I get ready to write my answer and put my decimals back into the problem. So again, we're going to start in our smallest place value here with our bottom number. So 8 times 6 is 48. Carry the 4. 8 times 3 is 24, plus 4 is 28. Carry the 2. 8 times 9 is 72, plus 2 is 74. Now, because I'm going for my next place value, which is 10 times more, I'm going to put my placeholder 0 and start with my 2. 2 times 6 is 12. Okay, again, this is where you might want to cross off these numbers so they don't get confusing. So this time, because I had 12, I put my 2 and carry my 1. 2 times 3 is 6, plus 1 is 7. And 2 times 9 is 18. I'm going to go ahead and add these together. 8 plus 0 is 8. 8 plus 2 is 10. Carry the 1. 1 plus 4 is 5, plus 7 is 12. Carry the 1. 1 plus 7 is 8, plus 8 is 16. Carry my 1. And 1 plus 1 is 2. Now, I'm not finished because I do have these decimals. I have 2 places after the decimals. I have the 6 tenths and I have the 8 tenths. In my answer, I need to have 2 places, 2 numbers, behind my decimal. So I have 2 places behind the decimals. I have 2 places behind the decimals. So my answer is 262 and 8/100ths. For this lesson, you'll also have to remember to do your magnitude estimates. So if you take a look at page 50 in your math journal, I can estimate, I can say that 6 times 500. So if I were to do this problem, remember we can use our mental math strategies. I know that 6 times 5 is 30. And I need to add on just 2 zeros here. So 6 times 500 is 3,000. So I know that my answer to this problem, if I were to solve it, should be in the thousands place. So I'll circle it. Again, I'll estimate. I can use my 3 and take it times. This time I'll go times 300 because 284 is a little closer to 300 than 200. So I round up. 3 times 300 3 times 3 is 9. And I add my 2 zeros, so 900. And I circle the hundreds place because my actual answer, if I were to multiply 3 times 284, would be in the hundreds. On page 51, you're working with decimals, so you need to think about your whole number that comes before the decimal. 2 and 4/10 is close to 2. I can take that times 60. I know that 2 times 60 is 120. 2 times 6 is 12, and I add on that 0. So this time, if I were to multiply 2 and 4/10 times 63, my answer should be in the hundreds place because my estimate is in the hundreds place. Here I have two numbers with decimals. 7 and 2/10 is close to 7. 6/10 is pretty close to 1. 7 times 1 equals 7. So my answer should be in the ones place because my estimate is in the ones place.